Hi everybody, welcome to this video. We're going to do a rundown of Guitar God Hugo's rig. First off, I'm going to take you through some of his guitars. Obviously got like 600 or something, but you know, let's look at today's choices. We got three. We got the Fender Stratocaster right here. Got to be careful when I touch this. You know, this is custom made by Mr. Fender himself. Hand woven strings, small child hand from Indonesia, one-armed little kid that makes these. Perfect. Next up, 6-string nylon guitar from Taylor. You know, kick-ass guitar, super expensive, but you know, what's money for a guy like Hugo? You know, this is to provide that crisp, fresh Latino sound. Next up, Gibson Les Paul standard. You know, but there's nothing standard about this guitar. It was built, I think, by Mr. Gibson's great-grandpa during the Civil War in the 1800s. One of a kind, first Gibson there ever was. Alright, so that's some of his guitars there. Don't pay attention to this shit. This is, I don't know, fucking Marvin's Merlin. I don't know what his name is. Look, they're waving the wrong way, you know. Not important, not important. Don't care. Obviously, first pedal you're going to notice here is this big steel pedal right here called Boss, because, well, let's face it, Hugo's Boss. You know, press it down, go straight up to 12, Boss sound for a Boss guy, you know. Hugo Boss. Obviously, as you saw on this pedal, it's not only full drive, it's full drive too, because, you know, that's how much output he needs. Next up, have a look right here. We got the RC Booster. Now this one is, RC stands for radio controlled. Obviously, this it's kind of difficult to explain. You got to go into quantum mechanics and universal shit. I don't fucking know. But it does something with the rotation of the entire universe, which he controls from here. You know, obviously Hugo. Next up, the Archer, should be called the Cupid. You know, because when he engages this pedal, you get those searing notes that go straight to your heart. Right here we got the Extreme Pedal Booster, because when you look at all these pedals, I mean, they demand a lot of output, a lot of power, so that's why you need a special EP booster just for Hugo's. You'll notice right here that he uses black cables, this obviously to transfer the sound from A to B, because black obviously gives more output. Gives you a cooler sound as well, and Hugo's cool. So right here, Hugo Sex Drive. Enough said. And now obviously the thing that affects us all, Hugo being the god that he is, I mean the one true god, obviously he controls the timeline of the universe. So you know, your life, everything's being run from this little station right here. Next up, the JL Drive. Obviously real diamonds up here, you know, and also crystals from Indonesia right here. Now we're gonna go have a look at his amps, but you know, just never mind all this bullshit in the way, all this mess right here, because that's, I don't know, fucking bass players and Marlin, Mervin, I don't fucking know his name. Anyway, over here we got his amps. Take a look down here. Obviously the other guitar player, he's got one amp. Hugo, 2. First up, we got the Fender Hot Rod DeVille. Notice that you got no pop meters, no meters whatsoever, no on-off button on this, because you don't fucking need it. It's handmade by Hugo himself. These are actually titanium screws right here. This is made from the woven hair of virgins, and well, there you go. Next up, we got the Deluxe. Obviously, I mean, Hugo Deluxe goes hand in hand, doesn't it? It's a reverb amp to get that, you know, like big sound. So don't really even look at this. It's matchless. I mean, means that you can't even match this shit. I mean, it's called bad. It's look at all these big pop meters. It's just bullshit. So never mind that shit. Well, that about wraps it up for this rig rundown. You know, we've seen some of his gear. Hope you enjoyed it. Well, obviously you did, because it's Hugo, so stay cool and listen to Hugo.